Hi Stampers, it's super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, USA. I'm excited to share how to assemble this rich Razzleberry greeting card kit. It's from the Up North Stamp-A-Stack, so if you're joining us today, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you're watching on replay, maybe you will join us on an online retreat in the future. For this retreat, you needed to purchase the Snowflake Wishes stamp set and Coordinating So Many Snowflakes dies. If you don't have these in your stash, you could probably use something other snow related that you already have. All right, so reach into your box and find the rich Razzleberry card bases and pull one out. We'll assemble just one in this video, and then you can do the rest while we're chatting in Zoom or sometime later today. All right, so my inside's got the white with the stamping on it. And then, let me move my sample over here. The sample card has got the largest snowflake die cut at the top. All right, I've die cut my largest snowflake. So just pull that off. And I only ran it through once because this designer series paper is thinner than cardstock. So it should all pull away rather easily, or die cut pretty easily. And if it doesn't, we're going to cover up the center, most of the center anyway. You just need the tips of the snowflake to be die cut. So if your plates aren't flat, mine are pretty flat, so most of them cut out. I'm not going to bother getting the rest of those chads out because they're going to be covered up by the strip and the tag. Okay, so set that aside. That would be fun little confetti to include in the card. Remember when we used to do that years ago? That was the latest fad. All right, so that's done. Let's pull in our adhesive and attach that piece. Start assembling a few things. Oh, and look how pretty this back side is as well. I like this side though. There's more of a contrast in color. And this paper is from the Snowflake Splendor suite. It is currently on sale with the October promotion, 15% off all packages. And there's just select packages, not all of our pattern paper is on sale. So go to our blogs and see which ones are part of the promotion. All right, next, find your strip of rich Razzleberry. It's cut to 4 by 1 inches. And if you've got your triple banner punch, now's the time to get that out, especially if you're doing a stack. Slip it in the smallest opening on the front. And then I always look through the back side because you can shove it all the way to the back, but then you've got this much of a waist. So if you look through the back side and just push it up to where it barely shows both sides of the paper, you're just going to have a tiny bit of waist. And if you don't have the triple banner punch, you can certainly do a flag the old-fashioned way with the paper snips. There, so that's done. This can be attached through the center of that snowflake. And then the next layer is the holographic ribbon. So that will go through there. You just have a length in your kit, so you'll have to cut off about 4 inches. So I'm just going to lay down a strip of adhesive in the center. I'm not going to bother trying to attach the ends. So if you see on my sample card, the ends are not attached. All right, so I think we're up to the stamping part. So let me set this aside. And we need our tag, and we need the white. And then also you can stamp on your envelope too. All right, so pull in your paper piercing mat. And I am going to grab a piece of scrap paper to put underneath. All right, here is our grid paper that fits our Stamparatus. So if you've stamped a lot of snowflakes today, you can just flip it over and use the back side for this card. I meant if you've stamped a lot of snowflakes with my previous card, you got a piece of this grid paper probably already used on one side. All right, so my inside layer, I just have this swirling, swooshing snowflakes. Just a few across the top there. And then let's grab our envelope while we're doing this. So it perfectly fits 3 across. And then we will grab our tag. So I've got the thanks so much already mounted. And then I'm going to try to center on camera, which is always hard because we're kind of looking at an angle. But I've got 2 sides to stamp, and so do you if you don't get yours perfectly straight. That works for me. The sentiment for this stamp is kind of not straight either. It's got kind of a flowing fluid feel to it. All right, so I'm using the Rich Razzleberry ink pad. I think I didn't mention that before. I'm just going to put some snowflakes at the top and the bottom there. All right, there we go. And I dipped it accidentally in the ink pad, and there's some ink on the bottom, and that's okay. It just looks like some more snowflakes. So we're done with the Rich Razzleberry ink pad. So we're going to close that up so I don't get ink where I don't need it. Done with the paper piercing mat. Pull my card that I'm assembling back in. And then we're going to attach this inside piece down. And I'm using our Stampin' Seal Plus today. It's got quite a bit of adhesive qualities. It's like a runner of tape. You can move the tape as well a little bit. If you get it where you don't want it, you can kind of roll it up on itself. So that's just kind of a little tip there. All right, and then I'm going to pull in my dimensionals. We've got a regular or a mini. I've been grabbing our minis lately because you can just use one on the top and the bottom and don't need a huge dimensional for this. One on top and the bottom so it goes over the ribbon there. All right. Okay, and so I see I've got a couple of chads I should have poked out there, but I think I can get them out. You might want to look at your chads and see how many have popped out. Just use your take a pic tool there. They're coming out. Because I want the Rich Razzleberry to show through this negative. There. That looks good. All right, now go into your box and grab your adhesive back snowflakes. So this package has got 2 sheets of different colors. This has got more of the bluish tones, and this one's got more of the pinkish, whitish tones. So I think I just, this one I think I just did the pinkish tones. So the one I'm going to assemble with you, I'm just going to do some the bluish tones. And I don't know if you saw that on camera, but my putty end of my take your pick tool kind of flew off there. I must have unscrewed it when I was doing the other video. All right, so now you just layer your snowflakes wherever you want, wherever there's an open spot. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just looking for some open spots. I did put a few on the tag. I'm going to put one at the top and the bottom, put one down there so you can see them. Then you just go through and snowflake up wherever you'd like. You've got a sheet or two to put them wherever you want. There. So I think that's done. So here's the sample card, and here's the card I just made. So you can kind of see the patterns are a little different. Just depends on where that pattern was cut from that 12 by 12 sheet. So again, this pattern pack, the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper, the pattern paper is on sale in October for 15% off. So follow up with Elizabeth if you're in Canada, place your order, or you can follow up with me if you're in the United States. All right, thanks for watching. This is Super Awesome Stamper Shirley Merker, and we'll see you back in the Zoom room to chat about your Thanks So Much Rich Razzleberry Snowflake card. Bye.